Hey Pilates Party people, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline, a certified Pilates and yoga instructor here in Christchurch, New Zealand. We have a really fun, I like to call it full body but oblique obsession practice. We are focusing quite literally almost all our exercises on the obliques. So let's get this party started, making sure you have your oblique obsession booty band. We are going to have a lot of glutes as well in this practice. Of course, it is full body, but take a look at those obliques, that side body, that nice waist. So let's take that booty band on top of the knees, just over the knees here on the lower part of the thighs is where you want it to be at. Now we're going to come onto our side body to start. So sweeping to face towards your screen. And on your mat, if you have a mat today, scoot the bum up to the very back edge of that mat and the heels as well. So you have a nice fold into the knees, and we're going to take that underarm, take that arm towards the top edge of your mat, not under the shoulder. We kind of don't want to slouch in, and you'll see why in just a moment. But we want that arm to be nice and long out in front of you. So making sure it's out of that shoulder range. And then lifting the lower set of ribs to lift through that side waist. Hips are nice and square, knees are nice and square, and those heels are up against the back edge. Inhale, let's get this party started, softening those shoulders. And exhale, folding in. Inhale here, exhale to lift. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're folding that lower elbow towards the side waist, keeping the spine nice and long by lifting the lower set of ribs. If you need to, you can always place that hand underneath the side of the ribs just to give a little bit of feedback. Otherwise, keep that breath work going. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Now you're going to start to feel those triceps, the back of the arm. The top and the back of that arm is starting to feel it for 3. We're going to add on. In 2. Last one. This time, we're going to get low and stay low. So fold in, lift that top knee, draw that top knee down, press all the way up. Fold in, take that top knee up, keep those hips nice and square. Take it down and lift it up. We haven't forgotten about the lower waist. We keep it lifted. Keep that breath work here. Exhale, inhale, exhale as you press up. Exhale, inhale, exhale as you press up. That's us. Last one. Whoo, those triceps. This time we're gonna get low and stay low, folding here, little pulses up and down through that tricep dip, 2 inches up, 2 inches down, and find a nice flow of breath here, lifting the lower set of ribs, keeping the hips nice and square, chest is nice and proud, those shoulders wanna hug towards the spine and the back body. We're here for 4. Are you still pulsing with me for 3? Last 2, we're gonna get low and stay low in 1. Pause here in that tricep dip. Can you get a little lower? Make sure that forearm is still softly lifted off that mat, and then we're gonna take that top knee, little pulses for 8. Keep that top hip rolling forward for 7. Last 6, 5, I'm not shaking if you're not, 3, 2, and 1. Fold and press all the way up. Whew. All right, let's come on to the back body here. Keep that booty band right where it is, melting all the way down. Man, oh man, my tricep is on fire. How about yours? We're gonna keep those hands nice and long by your side. Lift and hover those hands, and the tops of the arms are lifted as well. As you exhale, reach those fingertips forward, nod the chin, reaching forward, hug the lower abdominals in and up as you exhale, and then inhale to slowly float back down. Exhale to lift, inhale to low. Last one. This time we're going to stay lifted. If you need to stay low, stay low. As you exhale, maybe nodding the chin, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders, reach the right fingertips a little closer, and then reach the left fingertips. Inhale, center, exhale, other side. If you need to take a rest or would like to reset, take it low, maybe lifting up just a little bit there. Otherwise, all the way to the lower part of the shoulder blades. For 8, Keep the pelvis nice and stable, nice and heavy in space. Last 5. For 4. Last 3. Squeezing that side body. Last 1. Drawing back to center, lowering down and reaching those arms up over the chest. Plug those shoulder blades in, soften those shoulder blades, even lifting them enough to soften those shoulder blades towards the spine. Softening into the back pocket as well. They're nice and low, they're not up by those earlobes. And then as you exhale, we're going to exhale, reach those fingertips towards the front of the room. Inhale, lower all the way down. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lower all the way down. Last 1. Now this is where that booty band is going to come into play. As you exhale, option here to layer up. Reach those fingertips, lift the left knee into the chest. Keep the back of the pelvis nice and heavy as you do it, and then lower back down. So it's an exhale to lift. Right knee draws in this time, starting to find your march. Alternating legs. Last one on either side. You got it. Stay with that breath. I promise the breath helps. Last one. And lowering down. Now, if you would like to stay in that layer, if that gives you enough challenge, otherwise lifting one leg, then the other to tabletop position. Imprint the lower spine if that feels good to you. So gentle scoop or tuck of the tail, making sure the back of the pelvis is nice and heavy, but also the lower spine is on that mat as well as the whole spine melting in. As you exhale from here, we're going to exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Instead of lifting the legs up, we're going to tap one toe down, keeping the other leg in tabletop position. Knee and hip are in alignment. And lower back down. Exhale over to the other side. Keep going here. Last one. On either side. You got it. Last one here. Back to center and lowering down. Hands then clasp together. Now, I know we've done a lot of chest lifts here, so if it is getting a little bit intense for the head, neck, and shoulders, keep the head, neck, and shoulders low. We are looking at those outer glutes, as well as if you are lifting into that chest lift, keep that nice imprint of the spine or a nice neutral spine, finding your way into the core, so use that exhale to lift the chest. Now we're going to be hitting that booty band, but we're also going to be peeling it out to the side. So inseams of those feet stick together like glue. And as you exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, peel those knees out to either side, press into that nice strap here, and then lowering down. Exhale, once again, we lift, reach those fingertips forward and lower down. Almost wanting to punch the knuckles to the front of the room. Knees want to punch to either side of the room. So we're feeling that booty band reach, stretch out. And as we're pressing down on that booty band, we're getting a little bit more abdominal pressure as well. Last 3. Last 2. Ooh, and last 1. Brilliant. Take those hands behind the knees. We have those triceps on the other side. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Press the thighs away. Try not to use momentum. Try to use that press on the back of the thighs to roll yourself all the way up and break dance it to the other side, my friend, because we are getting ready. So when you're ready, scooting the bum back to the back edge of the mat, same as those heels, and then lifting onto the hand on that lower hand here. We're going to press that top hip away and notice how that lower set of ribs just lifts up a little bit. And of course, just as you did on the other side, I want you to feel that awesome lift, lifting in and up from the lower set ribs. Otherwise, it kind of feels like maybe like one of your French girls. And where is the work in there? All right, so let's keep it lifted. We're going to start with those triceps. So when you're ready, the elbow points towards the waist, keeping the chest nice and proud, nice and open. I know the first roll is kind of like you want to just kind of roll that top shoulder forward. Let's keep it nice and open, looking towards the front of the room. We're here for 8. I hope you have your favorite playlist on right now, something that pumps you up. I have a few playlists on my Spotify and my Apple Music if you would like to listen to them, but otherwise, make sure you have some music here. That 8 feels like 800 at some points, especially the second side over. But you're doing well, and I'm right here with you for 4, for 3. Finding that breath once again on this side. Exhale, inhale, exhale to press up. Last one. Ooh, now we're gonna find that top knee. So again, inhale, exhale to fold. Inhale, take that knee with you. Exhale, we press up. Fold, lift, fold, press. Exhale, inhale, exhale, press up. Keeping those hips nice and square, one on top of another. That means that top hip wants to roll a little bit further forward than we actually want it to feel, because it really does target that glute a little bit more. Keeping that lower set of ribs up. I promise you are almost done and dusted with this tricep series. We have 3. Last 2. We have those pulses waiting for us after this last one. So folding in, lifting that top knee, taking it back down, exhale to press away, reset, recenter, rock those shoulders into the back pocket, lift the lower set of ribs, you're ready to rock and roll. Let's fold it down, little pulses here, 2 inches up, 2 inches down. We wanna feel a sense of soft lift in that forearm. Last 8. Last 7. For 6. Last 5. It seems like such an easy peasy lemon squeezy movement, but those triceps, we're here for 2 and 1. All right, reset, recenter if you need to. Take a little bit of weight off. We're gonna take that top knee and have a nice little tricep dip and pulse. So folding in on that bottom arm, lifting up, little pulses here. Option to take it lifted. Otherwise, you're just pulsing with that nice top knee, rolling the top of the hips nice and forward. Last 8, last 7, last 6, you're here for it. Last 5, keep breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down, press it up, shake it out. Let's come back onto the back body. So spin it around, breakdance styles. Coming onto the back body, here we have some roll-ups. So take those arms over the chest once again. Those feet can walk slightly away from you. They can even be nice and long. Sometimes it feels easier to have those knees bent. And a regression is just to have those hands behind the thighs. So as you exhale, nodding the chin, you can roll up using the back of those thighs for a little bit of leverage. Otherwise, those arms are above the chest. Arms are nice and long, but those knees have the choice of being nice and long or in that bend. As you exhale, I want you to start to reach those fingertips forward before you peel the head, neck, and shoulders. Then we start to nod the chin to the chest, slowly reaching forward. Folding all the way forward. Take a nice forward fold. Inhale, peel the spine nice and long as if you're stacking it up against a wall. Exhale, scoop the tail. Tail goes long towards the heels, rolling down. Melting all the way down. And we're ready to reset, recenter. Exhale. Fold it forward. Inhale, rising up. Last one, and then we'll find our oblique obsession here. As you exhale, we'll all meet in the same place. So find your forward fold. Find that lift. And we'll take the soles of the feet back on to your mat. Maybe scooting the bum forward, maybe scooting the heels back a little bit more. Find a space that you can anchor in through those heels. So those heels are nice and anchored here. And as you exhale, scoop the tail. Find a C curve. So rounding through the spine, drawing the navel towards the spine. Feel that exhale, zippering up the inner thighs, zippering up the lower abdominals. From here, we keep the chest nice and proud, nice and open, soften those shoulders. Take a nice breath in, exhale, rounding into that C curve a little bit more, rib to hip connection, feel that nice drawing in. On the next inhale, slowly take that left elbow, take the gaze back with it, rotate back, back to center. Inhale, rotate to the other side, back to center. Last one. Now switch the breath. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale, wring out that breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale, wring out that breath. Back to center. Keep going. Always finding your reset. You can always find a seated position if you would like to. Otherwise, keep the back of the pelvis nice and heavy, nice and anchored. Take that gaze with you every time you rotate on that exhale. Inhale, you find your way back to that C curve. Last one on either side. Back to center, either with that underhand grip or rolling the shoulders over the top of the hips, reaching up nice and long through the spine. That is you. Beautiful. All right, taking that booty band off if you would like it. Otherwise, we keep it right back on. If you want a little bit more of an aggressive high kneel, so you choose, you can always opt out of it halfway through before we get started, or opt out of it for the other side, except for if you do it on this side, I know you got it in you to do it on the other side. So find what feels good to you. This is going to be your stance. You are not going to let that booty band go. You're not going to feel that nice bend. We're gonna keep that booty band on. If you've kept it on, keep it on like this. Otherwise, take that booty band off. If this doesn't feel good, or you just have a different shaped booty band and it's not feeling good today, or it starts to ride up, get rid of it. You don't need it. That's not our main focus here. When you're in that high kneel, we're gonna take that right leg out nice and long to the side, and those hands are gonna find those triceps. Scoop the bum in just a little bit so that the tailbone draws down towards the backs of the knees and the spine feels nice and long where you are. Shoulders are soft, and as you exhale, hinge from the hips. Keep the spine nice and long, hinging away from that right leg. Heel to crown of head should be nice and long. Drawing back to center. Exhale. Inhale. Last two. You got it. Last one. This time, we're going to hinge, pause, rotate. Find that rotation. Look right down to the very edge of your mat, back to center, and all the way up. For 4. For 3. Last 2, keeping that spine long. Use that exhale. Last 1. All right, if you've chosen to have that booty band, I'm sorry for what is about to happen. Find that next hinge, take that lower hand down, lift that top leg up. Little pulses up and down for 8. Send the glutes forward. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold the knee, coming back into that nice high kneel. With or without that booty band, of course, we're gonna reach that left leg out. Now, if this is a little too tight, you're always welcome to bend that lengthened leg. This, again, is not our main priority. It's not to find that nice glute strength. It is really to find a nice lengthened torso, to find those obliques. Of course, we felt them, but also to find that nice stability through the spine, through your core, and find your hands on the temples. Reaching up through the crown of the head, same goes from last time. Keep the spine nice and long. Exhale, inhale. Last 6. Last 5. For 4. 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's find those rotations. So when you're ready, exhale, elongate that exhale to rotate in it. Inhale back to center and up to center. Exhale. Back to center. For 4. Last 3. You're here for it. You got 2 more. You got this. That last one. Oh my goodness, well done. Let's take it down. Take that bottom hand down. Reach that top leg up. I'm sorry if you have that booty band on. Engage the glutes here. Feel that lift. Try to lift it all the way up to the hip. I know I'm not gonna make it there, but that's our goal. Last 3, 2, and 1. Fold that knee under. Whew. All right. You're more than welcome to take that booty band off or keep it on. Now from here, I'm gonna turn to the side, but you stay right where you are. That looks really good. From here, we're gonna reach those arms out in front, sit those sit bones nice and low, and again, the spine is nice and long here. So exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, lift it all the way up. We're gonna take it slow. So use that exhale, inhale, pause, exhale to lift it up. Last 2. Last 1. This time we're gonna get low, stay low, little pulses up and down. For 5. For 4, just 2 inches up, 2 inches down. Hug those lower set of ribs down. Make sure the ears and the biceps are in alignment. So maybe lifting those arms a little higher. Last 1, stay low, sweeping the left arm back. Take that gaze with the fingertips. Draw back to center, over to the other side. Back to center, and over to the other side. Back to center, press all the way up. Hoo-wee. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna come back into those obliques. So crisscross applesauce, take that booty band off. If you haven't already, kick it off to the side. From here, we're going to find that nice fold into the knees once again. This time, instead of the heels at the back of the mat with those sit bones, it's the knees. From here, the forearm is going to be down onto the mat and the top hand on the top hip. Press that top hip away, lift that hip, those hips up, and then fold down. Exhale, lift. This is our layer number 1. Keep the shoulders nice and square, and again, you might feel it a little bit more in the shoulders. That is a-okay from here. This might be your layer. Making sure that elbow is just under the shoulder. Last 1 here. Inhale to fold. Exhale, lift. Sweep that top leg nice and long. We knew it was coming. Pausing here, pressing through that forearm. Lift that top leg and tap it down. Now those hips are nice and square. The lower hip is also lifted. So as you exhale, lift, inhale, tap. For 3. Last 2. Keep that top leg lifted on 1. Reach that top arm. And then as you exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. 5. Pressing through that bottom leg. 4. Inhale. For 3. 2. 1. Reach. Tap it down. Hand back onto the hip. And fold down. All right. Sweep it over to the side when you're ready. And again, we're gonna start out with that layer, and it might feel really good to stay there in that layer. So knees and the pelvis are at the back of the mat. If this doesn't feel good, but you know where you're supposed to be, the knees and the hips are in alignment, you can send yourself to the middle of that mat. From here, pressing to that forearm, lifting the lower set of ribs. Exhale, lift. Inhale, low. Elbow and shoulder in alignment. The shoulders are nice and square. Last 4. For 3. 2. And 1. You're more than welcome to stay, or as you exhale, pressing up, extend that top leg, tap the toe, and then when you're ready, we're gonna lift it up. Taking that leg nice and long, hip height. From here, we're gonna find that tap and that lift, little pulses. 3, 2, 1. Keep it long. Woo, take that top hand and pull it in. Exhale. Reach. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hand back onto the hip, lowering down. Sweep those legs out in front of you. We're going to find either a crisscross applesauce. Maybe those legs feel better, nice and long. Option here is to find a nice 40-40. So when you're ready from here, maybe it is that left shin out in front and that right shin behind or to the side. Now it doesn't need to be a 90-90. It doesn't need to be all the way back here. Just somewhere that kind of is releasing for those hips. We fold those hips down onto the mat, taking one hand onto the mat as well, reaching the other arm out to the side, flip the palm, and fold the elbow in towards the side waist, reaching all the way back up, other side, back to center, other side. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Back to center. If you have that nice 40-40, take it to the other side. When you're ready, hand drills by the side. Flip the palm and reach. Inhale and reach. Last 5. Last one here. Drawing back to center with no hands or with those hands. I'll meet you in crisscross applesauce, team. Well done. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, the booty band was so tough. We got those glutes quite a bit, and we had our moment with our obliques, that side body, that side waist. Well done. If there's anything you want to see on the channel, let me know. Let me know how you did in this practice. If you would like to go further into our oblique obsession, if you would like to go further with the booty band or our glutes, let me know, and I'll see you in the next practice. Bye.